All right, here. The Ukrainian paramilitary is ready to fight Russia.
They look like the military. They train like the military. But these men say they are not part of Ukraine's official armed forces.
By the way, they changed this title. This morning, when I originally clicked on this video, it was the right-wing nationalist military is ready to fight Russia. And now they changed it to the Ukrainian paramilitary is ready to fight Russia. I wonder why they did that.
They're paramilitary.
Право, переміщайся. Не стій на місці ніколи.
Remnants of the national volunteer movement that bolstered the Ukrainian army against Russia-backed separatists in 2014. In the last 8 years, the government has tried to integrate fighters known as volunteers into the military's official ranks.
I wonder if they're like smart enough to fucking... I watched yesterday and did I say right wing? Wait, am I wrong? Maybe I misread it. I'm sorry. I wonder if they told them like you should take the patches off.
And officials in Kyiv insist they no longer operate on the front lines. But with fears growing...
Sit this one out? Dude, no, it's not sitting this one out. That's not what I'm saying at all. Sit on the table, directly on top of the table. I'm saying literally get to the table, not sit this one out. I mean, sit it out if you want the real adults to handle it, which is, you know, Germany and France. You know, if you're gonna fucking sit at the table, be a goddamn adult.
Of an imminent invasion, we spent several days with these paramilitary fighters, who seem to be operating there unofficially. We wanted to understand the role they could play in a new escalation with Russia.
Бог, завтра начнется полномасштабная война в Украине, то таких как я, как вот пацаны, добровольцев, будут десятки тысяч, может даже сотни тысяч, как и в 2014 году.
Oh yeah, this was really funny. I know exactly what this is. This is one of the fundamental differences between American political culture. Julia Ayafe. She said America is allergic to war, unlike Russia. Russia loves war. America is allergic to war. What a psycho, dude.
Yuri Olshin goes by the call name Greek, and Ruslan Polstovoit goes by Spider. They're battle-hardened veterans who command a paramilitary unit of about a dozen fighters in southeast Ukraine. Both men joined the armed forces in the early years of the war. But they left, frustrated with the chain of command and orders not to return fire. They say they want to fight aggressively.
Oh no, uh-oh. They were like, well, what do you mean I cannot return fire? What the fuck do you mean?
And on their own terms.
Там посадка противник, сепаратист. Russia.
Так, тільки попереджую, в мене прав немає. Я без прав їжджу. Принципово.
Ukrainian law prohibits independent armed groups from entering the conflict zone. Even so, on a drive to the front lines, these guys breeze through military checkpoints.
Motherfuckers just admitted separatists are Russian? Yeah, of course.
Так, і то ті всі машини наші, друже, 4 машини. Дякую.
That plate carrier flak jacket is literally the same kind I had. I mean, they are using like NATO equipment.
Тільки заїжджають ті люди, які вже тут працюють. Ми тут працюємо вже 6 років чи 7.
They take us to an open
Russia
field.
said they wanted handwritten guarantees that Ukraine would never be allowed into NATO and wouldn't take anything else for an answer should the U.S. have accepted that. 1,000%. Fuck yeah. Especially because the United States doesn't want Ukraine to be a part of NATO either. They never intended. They're such fucking assholes. I've said this already. They never intended for Ukraine to be a part of NATO. You want to know why? Because of what's going on right now. That's why it's so fucked up. They literally could just say, yeah, okay, it's fine. We'll give you concessions. Like they could just say, yeah, it's not going to happen. But they can't because Russia is the big bad baddie. They're the villains. They're the enemies. They're bad. Okay, that's why. Vladimir Putin is not a good person. See, appeasement. Yeah, totally, dude. Yeah, you're right. Vladimir Putin and Hitler are one and the same. That is the actual adequate way to fucking do foreign policy. You're right. Appeasement. What do you want, bitch? Anyone that says appeasement, I got your IPs written down. I'm fucking tracking you down, okay? You have to go and you have to fight in the fucking front line. I am forcibly conscripting you. You need to get fucking absolutely sprayed up and down by Russian helicopters, okay? What's the opposite of appeasement, motherfucker? Huh? A warment? Is that what you want? Of course you're gonna do appeasement. You need to exhaust diplomacy, you fucking idiot. These motherfuckers act like they have to go and fight a nuclear power. Also, I'm not tracking your IPs, obviously. I wish I could, like, you know, I wish I could do like a deal, though, with the fucking American military. Fuck it, with the Ukrainian military. Now they're sponsoring me. You have to go fight there now.
Where they say Russia-backed separatists fly surveillance drones to guide attacks.
Противник не спить, не дремле, тому вони часто сюди пускають свої дрони. Нам приходиться тут з ними боротись.
The fighters say they use this jammer to bring down enemy drones.
Це він шукає дрони, засікає ціль, показує, де воно знаходиться.
Засікли, нажали, зажали його і ждемо, коли вже вона теряє орієнтацію і починає принижуватись. І вже потім далі вже починаємо розстрілювати з автоматів.
Spider is using the same technology in this video, filmed near the site of an artillery attack on Ukrainian armed forces last May.
Давай, работай, братан. Левее, брат, левее. Мама мия, блин, пацаны лишь бы живи были.
The battlefield looked very different when Greek and Spider first joined a civilian armed resistance in 2014. They appeared in videos from the early years of the war. Back then, it was open street battles, and Greek and Spider were part of volunteer battalions that were hailed as the country's first defenders. Some battalion members were accused of harassment, torture, and attacks on civilians. And some members held neo-Nazi views. According to Greek, only a small fraction of members shared those views. The majority, he says, just wanted to defend their country.
That can't be the guy who you're saying is saying only a small fraction. He's like, only a small fraction have those views. I'm a part of the small fraction. I mean, dude, what?
Just wanted to defend their country. Inside Greek and Spider's headquarters, the walls bear insignia of volunteer units formed over the years. In many ways, a reminder that this
he literally is like, it's just a small fraction, which I am a part of. What the fuck? Like, it's right there. What is going on, Dad? What the fuck? I mean, they flash it
Inside
again.
Greek and Spider's headquarters, the walls bear insignia of volunteer units formed.
Actually, I don't know these badges. I don't know if any of those badges are. Yeah, this is right sector, right? I mean, the black and red in that situation is right sector, not fucking, you know, anti-capitalists, okay? People are like, actually, red and black is the color of Antifa. They are anarcho-communists, actually. No, they're not. The right sector's colors. And that does say, I assume that these are both right sector logos, but the flag I was pointing to in that room is a right sector flag. They're Nazis, for the record.
Years. In many ways,
that one too, the Azov Battalion.
Reminder that this grinding war is their life.
Правий сектор!
Будь ласка. Це тяжкий камінь, який знаходиться тут у кожного.
Oh my God, the dude that they're literally, oh yeah, he is him. Like, that's what's going on. He's saying, oh, the Nazis, they're a small faction, which I'm a part of.
Хто знаходиться на війні, це великий тягар.
Today, sources familiar with these groups estimate there are dozens, if not hundreds, of fighters like Greek and Spider operating at the front lines.
Dozens?
Greek and Spider take us to an official military command post to show us how they coordinate with soldiers.
If there are dozens of them, if not hundreds of them, how the fuck does every Western outlet exclusively end up interviewing those guys? And also routinely avoiding that they are Nazis as well. Not in this situation, New York Times is covering it, to be fair. But how? There was a news button that went out last week of grandma with a Kalashnikov, and they were being trained by the Azov Battalion. It's funny how these guys in Ukraine have the same exact aesthetic as guys in Idaho that drink Monster Truck Energy and drive trucks, because, my friend, we are exporting that fucking brain rot. Everyone wants to be an American pig dog. That's why the Taliban, one day after they fucking overtook Afghanistan, they took they repurposed all of the US military gear. They were running around with like fucking skin-tight Oakleys. How did that happen? Motherfucker, you were wearing guy liner yesterday. Now you got a skin-tight Oakley on. Literally in flowy ass fucking shit that they wear yesterday. Today he's like, yeah, that's right, brother. That's right, brother. I love this. equipment. Very good. I love wearing backwards cap and my Oakleys, drinking giant size orange soda.
But they ask us not to refer to them as volunteers in our questions.
This
Ці
Under
терміни,
Armour, very good.
Доброволі, Збройні сили. Оцього не треба озвучувати.
Under Ukrainian law, unofficial fighters like them are not allowed to be here. And he doesn't want to put the local commander in an awkward position. When we arrive, both groups appear to be familiar with each other.
Юрій Батькович, жаркоє може?
Та він би таки, що похавав би.
Яка ситуація у вас?
По фронту, да? Или тут в стране в нашем?
Столовой.
Фронту.
Столовой есть.
Столою все стабільно.
Точно?
The commander tells us his brigade collaborates with fighters like Greek and Spider.
Хлопці, які, допустим, у них є безпілотні аеророзвідку проводять нам. Я попросив, вони прилетіли там, допустим, над ворогом, вони там якийсь район мені засняли, да?
Do you understand why I said I am fearful that like some of those fucking skinhead dipshits that got CIA training are the ones that are going to go end up blowing some shit up if it's not a Russian, like a Russian bomb that they blow up and then they say is a psyop. What do you call it? If it's not going to be a false flag is what the word I was thinking of. My brain has stopped functioning. I've been covering the story for 6 fucking hours. Like a Russian false flag operation to use as a justification for further encroachment, okay? And to overtake more territory in Donbass, specifically the Ukrainian controlled side. That's what I think could happen. But also, there's a likelihood that these guys could do it as well, and no one would know because they're unaccountable. Who knows? Do you now understand how much fucking clout, power, and movement capabilities these guys have? Better reinstate the draft and put the entire U.S. economy under direct state control. Anything less than that would mean you want Hitler 2.0 to win.
Noticeably, the commander avoids calling them volunteers.
Тут, на даний час, нас на території, лінії нашої оборони, добровольських військ немає. Чисто Збройні Сили України.
Back in the car, Spider reflects on the visit.
Yeah, he has a fleece top. Dude, of course, they all have they're getting NATO gear, chatters. That's why they're gear. That's why they were training grandmas on the fucking AR platform. Why? I didn't realize Ukraine had like a fucking AR factory.
Командиры групп для журналистов подготовлены уже к тому, что добровольцев на фронте нет. Вот вы, чтобы вы понимали. Им нельзя говорить. Потому что они все госслужащие. И все несут за это одну ответственность.
I mean, this video is pretty fucking damning. Like, this is just black ops. Official, but also unofficial.
The official line from Kyiv, hundreds of miles from the front line, is that paramilitary fighters do not exist here. While the threat of an invasion looms, officials worry that any uncontrolled activity risks an escalation with Russia. Politically, these fighters pose a liability.
No, it's not unofficial. I know the CIA trained them, okay? And yes, they will fucking take a central role if Russia invades. I've been saying this over and over again, non-fucking stop. I know that. I'm just saying that the media will either they'll cover it as like heroes, or if they cover it, they're going to cover them as liberators, okay? Rebel fighters like liberating Ukraine from fascist Hitlerian style Russian encroachment, or they will straight up be like, Ukraine never actually gave these guys guns and shit. Anyway, I don't even know what movement is happening currently. So Russia takes half of Ukraine, nationalists overthrow Kiev, us to blame, just a thought. Yeah, that's what I'm saying is going to happen. That is precisely what's going to fucking happen, because the only elements that actually fucking rise up to the top when you are stuck between two imperial powers, as Ukraine is currently, the only thing that can stop what is about to happen is if they all get to the table and fucking put together another Minsk-style agreement for neutralization of Ukraine. Zelensky just addressed the Russian people in Russian, urging them to put pressure on their government. Fucking Putin doesn't give a shit about the interests of his fucking government. Not gonna happen. Anyway,
When we pushed the Ministry of Defense and the Intelligence Agency for more answers about Greek and Spider's status, they declined to comment.
Wait, what did they decline to comment about? What?
Politically, these fighters pose a liability. When we pushed the Ministry of Defense and the Intelligence Agency for more answers about Greek and Spider's status, they declined to comment. So for now, this paramilitary group remains in the shadows of an intractable war.
Понятно, що Росія потужна армія, у них там 2 мільйона, 3 мільйона вони можуть мобілізувати. Так, у них там 10 тисяч танків. І ми готуємось к битві. Вони можуть пройти далеко, можуть зайти. Але далі вони тут і залишаться, розумієте?
But they say they are eager to fight.
Мы уже готовы давно, много лет. Мы просто ждем.
And are preparing for a larger war with Russia.
Це наша земля, це наш дом, нам йти нікуди. Ви розумієте? Нам звідси йти нікуди. Тому і вперед.
Is that an anarchy flag, Lamont? No, Warger. How the fuck do you not know what right sector is? Jesus Christ, I've been covering this and you've been editing the fucking videos for like the past week or so. That's a Nazi flag. That's a right sector flag. I know it has the same color as ANCOM colors, but no, it's black and red in this circumstance is the fucking right sector Nazis. The real appeasement Andes, for the record. Or more than just appeasement, collaborator Andes. That's probably why Vosh is confused. I mean, true, to be fair, that could be, you know, given how much fucking ANCOMs and libertarian socialists have been fucking defending NATO recently on the internet, you know, who knows? Maybe it is the same. Hey, if you like this video, please subscribe and hit that bell so you don't miss out on any future videos.